movies like this one are among the hardest to review, honestly. Right down the middle. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. We're here to talk about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here, and that movie is Clock. Clock is a new horror film streaming on Hulu. It is written and directed by Alexis Jacknow. It is her feature debut. This is based on a 2020 short film, which I've seen, that is by this director. And a short film is probably what it should have stayed. What is Clock about? Well, and who else is involved? Well, Dianna Agron plays Ella. She is a woman pushing toward the start of her 40s, and everyone around her is wondering the common thing, sadly, that women have to go through, which is, why don't you have kids yet? Don't you want a family? All that stuff. Feeling the pressure, she decides to take part in an experimental procedure run by Dr. Elizabeth Simmons, played by Melora Hardin, to put in an implant that essentially will fix her clock, her biological clock. And very soon, slowly but surely, Ella becomes sort of baby crazy and wants nothing more than to have a kid of her own, much to the surprise and horror of the people around her. Is this all real? What's real? And is she just going crazy, or is there something deeper going on? Let the horror begin. So Clock is, Clock is difficult to review because it's really a split decision. On the one hand, there are really good things about it. First and foremost, the setup is really interesting. It's a mostly well-directed film. I think Miss Jacknow has a future in this type of movie. And I do think there are some thought-provoking ideas involving women's roles in the control of when or if they can have kids, the idea of familial pressures, and also generational pressures to kind of keep the bloodline going, and how tragedies in a family's past can kind of become the burden to bear on kids, especially families who survive tragedy. For instance, Ella's character is the descendant of Holocaust survivors, and there's some really thought-provoking ideas that are posed about how the children of the survivors of that, and grandchildren, and all descendants of that kind of tragedy have to bear the weight of the responsibility of that tragedy. And that's really interesting. And I thought that was a really thoughtful idea, very thought-provoking. I also have to say, Dianna Agron, who plays Ella in this, is terrific. She's a character actress that's kind of been around a while. She was in Quinn on Glee. I remember, I know her most for her role as the wife of the man that Rachel Sennott is having an affair with in Shiva Baby, which was on my best of list in 2021. And she is terrific. She gives kind of a crazed intensity to this performance that's really admirable. Melora Hardin is really good. And I liked the stripped-down, sort of unnerving feel of it all. But here's the issue. I've seen the short. I really liked the short. I actually thought the short was really good. But unlike recent examples of shorts that have become movies like Come Play and Honk for Jesus Save Your Soul and films of that nature, this just doesn't really belong in a feature-length format, this premise. I just feel like the way that it's put together, it's really overstretched. The movie's only about 90 minutes with credits. It feels, though, and it's paced pretty well, but it feels, I don't know, it kind of feels like a stew of good ideas and no meat on the bone. There's no real, they don't flesh out into a feature-length plot. It kind of goes in circles, with a lot of samey scenes after a while. I kind of had a problem with this movie that was similar to a problem I had with another Hulu original movie from a few months back, The Drop, where it's like, as a short film, this works. This is an interesting short idea. And in movie form, there are individual things that happen in it that are great. little bits and pieces here, but it doesn't cohere. It doesn't really have a whole. That being said, I do think Alexis Jack now has a future as a director. I think that her next film could potentially be great if she has those interesting ideas and she finds a way to kind of make them movie length. I think she could go on to make some really great films. This is not a bad film. Not by any means. This is, in fact, it's not even close. It's not going to be on my worst of list. It's just down the middle. It's half good and half not good. So it's kind of, it's fine. It's a fine movie. And I feel like we can end it there. I'm going to give Clock a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Just right down the middle. Not a negative recommendation, not a recommendation, just down the middle. You know, it's fine. It's alright. It should have been better. It had some interesting ideas. Agron is great. It's well made. But it passed the time. And it wasn't like, I wasn't angry at it, and I wasn't bored at it. It wasn't what it should or could have been. That's all. Anyway. But, yeah. It's alright. These are always hard to review, the ones that are in the middle, because it's like, what do I say? 2.5 stars. Let's close the book on it. Trailer Trash None, watch on Hulu, which is where it's streaming now. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Alright, we will be back tomorrow for our 300 subscriber Hangout special. And Thursday, we'll have back-to-back reviews of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Love Again. That's all coming up. That'll be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Though class is missed, I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's Hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find else or reviews this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raise Popcorn with Grant, Twitter at Raise Grant, Facebook Raise on Popcorn with Grant, Serialized Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. I want to know down below, what did you think of Clock? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. I cannot wait for our celebration tomorrow night. It's going to be so much fun. So, hope you'll join us. Bye.